Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is the Captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we got some interesting news. Take a little break for some box openings here this evening. And let's talk a little bit about Commander and some changes. And those changes all center around this little card I'm holding here, Duskana, the Rage Mother. So, don't forget, all the links are in the description to help support the channel. All you really need to do, if you don't want to use the links, is just subscribe and watch the videos. I greatly appreciate it. So, with all that said, don't forget we're also on Rumble. And hey, I got a new mic. Tell me what you think in the comment section if you're actually paying attention and listening to the video. So, excuse me, lunch is also coming up apparently. Let's talk about it. Duskana. So, to start off with, a wolf from this commander deck has seen a 500% increase in price, according to Matt Belsel, who posted this about 2 days ago as the filming of this video. But the Cemetery Prowler has jumped due to the Duskana set, or the Duskana Commander. Now, 2 days ago when this was posted, the card had went up quite a bit. The card was priced here at the video. It does say $2, and as it rose, it went all the way up to an increase of 465%, now valued at $11.30 on Goldfish and showing no signs of slowing. However, that is not the end price because, again, Goldfish does seem to be a bit high, and we'll give you a TCG player price here in a minute. But let's take a look at why this card has went up. So the reason here it states is the newfound popularity of one of the most powerful and exciting commanders to come out in the latest premier set of Karloff Manor, which is Voja Jaws of the Conclave, is a commander that cares about wolves and elves. Encouraging you to combine both MTG creature types when building a deck to get the most oomph out of him. Oomph. Anyway, so Cemetery Prowler, if you guys don't know, it's on the video, it's on the screen right here. 2 green and 1 for a 3/4 with Vigilance, already good. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, you exile a card from a graveyard. It could be your opponent's, it could be yours, doesn't matter. But once that card has been exiled, it shows there at the bottom. Card to share a type with cards exiled by this creature costs you 1 less. So all your spells cost 1 less to use. So in a deck full of elves and wolves, this could be a really big thing. So as we talk about Voja, the Jaws of the Conclave, here you have it here. It says when it's in the field, all your elves get a pump on the board. So all those 1/1 elves that kind of don't do anything become pretty big. Because you can put, it says here, Vigilance, Trample, Ward 3. Whenever it attacks, you put X +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves you control. Draw a card for each wolf you control. So, the counters go on each creature, and it fuels off the number of elves, but it also fuels off the number of wolves to keep the draw engine going. So that's very interesting. So as I look up a little bit here to kind of see where this potential card is sitting, this card is weekly number 1 at one of the top commanders, probably due to what we've currently talked about and some of the other things that it's seeing. So very interesting indeed. I was looking for a guide, but I guess I'm not going to find one, but that's okay. We will get over it. So, as you can see here, at the filming of this, it says that there's a whopping 4,174 Voja decks logged on to EDH Rec already, and 60% of them feature Cemetery Prowler. The demand for this card is understandably skyrocketing. So, as of the filming of this video, which is 2 days later, that number here has rose all the way up to 4,385. But by the time you guys see this video, it may even be higher than that. Or it could go down. I mean, it's whatever. But this is the new hot deck, and people seem to like it. So the Mythic Rarity card of Cemetery Prowler has made the price spike pretty high because it is not a rare and harder to get. So it's easy to see why this card would jump so much in this particular situation. So they also go on to state, I myself, like I told you guys, I looked up Cemetery Prowler for where it was at as of the filming of this video, which will probably be about 24 hours before you guys see it, maybe 12. But as you can see on TCG Player, it does say the normal price is $11.68, which is close to what the article wrote. But as you can see up here, people have went in and they have brought out all their Cemetery Prowlers, posting them online and lowering the cost because of, supply and demand. If you had $2 Mythic and you wouldn't post it because, well, I don't post my Mythics if they're less than $2 or $3. So suddenly it jumps to almost $12. Guess what it's time to do? It's time to go start digging out those Mythics and putting them on TCG Player. As of right now, you can see down here, I did clip in one sale for the day. It was at $8.92, $8.89 is currently where it's at. So it's right around $9, so it has retraced a little bit. With it being down to $9 and it was almost $12, about a 25% decrease, which is fine. What I do find interesting about this is being this is a Commander staple, currently in this new deck, if it does prove to be something that takes hold and people like, the foil card is only $4. What? Why is the foil card $4 when the normal card is $8? There's some really weird math going on here. So now I'm not saying that's going to stay that way, but anything can happen in this market. But if you're watching this video and you're over at TCG Player and you're thinking about playing this deck, and you like to bling out your stuff like I do, if the foil is $4, I think I'd buy the foil. You want to bling out your deck anyway, and it's half the price of the normal card. Seems like good math. One thing I didn't get into too much is obviously there is the special feature version of this card too, which is kind of black and white, which is half a dozen 160 other. Just for transparency's sake, it is a couple bucks higher, but honestly not seeing as much penetration, giggity, in the CDH market, for the simple reason probably that product itself, as cool as it was with it being a special feature and doing the kind of old school horror movie vibe, the picture and the art was nothing special for a box that just cost more. So it's really not going too far. You can get one for probably about the same price, a couple bucks more, but it doesn't appear a lot of people are doing that because, again, it's not like this is breaking down formats in every way, shape, or form like Meat Massacre did. So I'm gonna probably conclude most people are gonna stick with your normal card you see here from the normal set, which is cheaper. Not to mention, you could just get a foil for half the price. That still seems a bit weird to me, but hey, we're gonna go with it. So there's that. Another card in this deck, which I wanted to bring to your guys' attention, is Tolsimir Midnight's Light. So on EDH Rec, I looked the deck up. Most of the cards are pretty much, 10, 20, 30, 50% for some, and those are kind of things that you kind of expect. But this new card from Karloff Manor is a big inclusion in this deck. You can see here, 3,027 decks have it at 86% of the decks listed. And this card's only about a quarter. On TCG Player, at worst, you're talking 50 cents. And for 2 white, a green, and 2, basically a 5-mana 3/2 that has lifelink, that when this enters the battlefield, you get a Foria Finstalker, legendary 5/5 green-white wolf creature token with trample. Whenever a wolf you control attacks, if Tolsimir attacked this combat, target creature an opponent controls blocks that wolf this combat if able. Seems pretty good. We've got a 5-mana card here that's going to give you a 5/5 and a 3/2 with lifelink. That's 8 power and 7 defense for 5 mana. That just seems pretty absurd to me. And I can see why almost every deck plays it because, you're kind of silly not to, right? Because once your wolves start attacking, you can make target creature block your wolves so you can get guaranteed kills. You can get some of your creatures to make sure they get through to actually do damage. Plus draw more cards, as with Voria and so forth and so on. and what have you. Um, so there is that. And for you guys who stayed late, yes, I said Duskana in the beginning because I wanted to grab your attention to see how many people really listen to what I'm saying, because most of you don't watch the whole video. I think you just kind of thumb through, look at the pictures, do a little window shopping as you skim by. But hey, that's okay too. Just so you guys know, I did see in the comment section where everybody wants me to open the cards online for the giveaways once we hit 1,000 people. So that will be the target moving forward. As I mentioned before, though, I will have to gather emails and addresses so I can send those out. So if you're not willing to give those up, because some people don't want to because of, whatever, I don't want to be in the system, the man don't want to find me. Anyway, point being, if you can't do that, I'll have to give it to somebody else because I can't ship it to you if I don't know where you are. That's just, the thing, I guess. Anyway, also the other thing I would probably ask, I won't say it too often, but when you do get it, and once we do get there, I'll try to remember to talk about it once I ship them out. Let everybody know you got it so they know it's real. So there's that also. So until next time, guys, stay tuned. We got a couple more box openings going, and we got some other cool stuff on the way. Comment down below. What do you think of the new mic? Do you like it? Also, until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. Maybe whooping my ass with a bunch of elves and wolves, possibly. Hell.